You don't lack discipline, your brain is programmed to reject it. And until you understand why, you'll keep losing the same war every single morning. You'll set the alarm, hit snooze. You'll plan the workout, skip it. You'll promise yourself you'll save money and spend it before the week ends. Your brain treats discipline like a physical threat. It literally activates the same pain circuits that fire when you touch a hot stove. But what if you could flip that switch? What if instead of fighting your biology, you could trick your brain into treating discipline like a reward? Trick your brain now. That's exactly what you're about to learn. 10 neurological hacks that make discipline feel automatic. No willpower needed, no motivation speeches. Just pure brain science that the top 1% uses every day and nobody talks about. The discipline lie. Most people believe discipline is about grinding harder, about forcing yourself to do things you hate until they magically become habits. That's the biggest lie you've ever been told about success. Discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most. But even Lincoln's wisdom misses the deeper truth. Discipline isn't a character trait, it's a neurochemical process. Your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for long-term planning, is in a constant battle with your limbic system, the part that craves instant gratification. Every time you resist temptation, your brain burns actual energy. It's like a battery, and willpower is the charge. The problem, that battery drains fast. Studies from the American Psychological Association show that willpower depletes throughout the day, which is why you make your worst decisions at night. You eat junk food at midnight, not at sunrise. You skip the gym after work, not before it. Willpower drains daily. So if willpower runs out, how do disciplined people stay disciplined? The answer will change everything you think about success. Because what comes next reveals the real engine behind every disciplined person you've ever admired. Dopamine hijack. Here's something that will disturb you. Your brain doesn't care about your goals. It doesn't care about your 5-year plan. It cares about one thing: dopamine. That chemical rush you get from scrolling social media, eating sugar, or binge-watching shows. Your brain is addicted to it. Your phone delivers more dopamine hits per hour than any drug in history. The average person checks their phone 89 times a day. Each check releases a microdose of dopamine. Now here's where it gets dangerous. When you sit down to work on something meaningful, something that requires focus and effort, your brain compares that activity to the easy dopamine it's been getting all day. And it screams no, not because the work is hard, but because the reward is too far away. We are not in control of our attention. Our attention is controlled by what our brain finds rewarding. Dopamine controls everything. That's why discipline feels like torture. You're asking your brain to choose a delayed reward over an instant one. But what if you could make discipline feel like an instant reward? That's exactly what the next trick does. The 2-minute rule. The most powerful discipline hack ever discovered takes exactly 2 minutes. And it sounds almost too simple to work. Whatever habit you want to build, shrink it down to 2 minutes or less. Want to work out? Just put on your shoes. Want to read? Open the book and read 1 page. Want to meditate? Sit down and close your eyes for 120 seconds. 2 minutes. That's it. James Clear calls this the gateway habit, and the science behind it is brilliant. Your brain's biggest resistance happens at the start of an activity, not during it. The hardest part of any discipline is simply beginning. Once you start, your brain releases momentum chemicals. Dopamine, norepinephrine, endorphins. The same chemicals that make you binge-watch Netflix for 6 hours straight. If you can trick your brain past those first 2 minutes, it will keep going on its own. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. The secret isn't doing more, it's starting smaller. Small bricks build empires. If this is already shifting how you think about discipline, hit like and subscribe to keep rewiring your brain with me. Because the next hack changes your identity, not just your habits. Identity upgrade. This next trick is the reason some people stay disciplined for decades while most people quit after 2 weeks. And it has nothing to do with motivation. It's about identity. Identity drives behavior. Most people set goals like this. I want to run a marathon. I want to save $10,000. I want to wake up at 5 a.m. But disciplined people think differently. They don't say I want to run. They say I am a runner. They don't say I want to save money. They say I am someone who builds wealth. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. This isn't just philosophy. Brain imaging studies show that when you identify as something, your brain processes related decisions through a completely different neural pathway. it becomes automatic. Your brain will fight to stay consistent with whoever you believe you are. So if you believe you're lazy, your brain will find evidence to prove it. If you believe you're disciplined, your brain will create evidence for that instead. The shift isn't in your actions, it's in your story. Change your story. Once you change your story, your behavior follows without effort. But there's another trick that makes this transformation even more powerful. Reward stacking. Here's a trick so powerful that behavioral scientists use it in addiction recovery programs. It's called temptation bundling. The concept is devastatingly simple. Take something you need to do and pair it with something you love to do. Only listen to your favorite podcast while exercising. Only watch your favorite show while on the treadmill. Only drink your premium coffee while doing focused work. Pair pleasure with purpose. What this does to your brain is extraordinary. It creates a new neural association. Instead of discipline equaling pain, discipline now equals pleasure. Your brain literally cannot tell the difference. The brain doesn't distinguish between the source of pleasure, only the presence of it. Catherine Milkman at the University of Pennsylvania proved this in a study where gym attendance increased by 41% just by giving people audiobooks they could only listen to while working out. 41%. No willpower required. You don't need more willpower, you need better associations. Discipline plus pleasure equals unstoppable momentum. But your environment plays a bigger role than you think, and that's exactly where the next trick comes in. Friction design. Every disciplined person you admire has a dirty secret. They didn't overcome temptation, they removed it. The most disciplined people in the world have the least amount of temptation around them. They design their environment so discipline requires zero effort. This is called friction design. Want to stop checking your phone first thing in the morning? Charge it in another room. Want to eat healthier? Don't buy junk food. If it's not in your house, you won't eat it. Want to work out consistently? Sleep in your gym clothes. 1. Remove friction from good habits. 2. Add friction to bad habits. 3. Design your space for success. Kurt Lewin, one of the founders of modern psychology, discovered this principle in the 1940s. He found that human behavior is determined far more by environment than by internal motivation. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Your environment is either pulling you toward discipline or pushing you away. There is no neutral ground. Your room, your desk, your kitchen, they're all either designed for success or designed for failure. Design your world. And once your environment is set, there's a mental technique that locks everything into place. Mental contrast. This next technique was developed by Dr. Gabriel Oettingen after 20 years of research, and it completely destroyed the positive thinking industry. Here's why. Positive visualization alone actually decreases your motivation. Decreases. When you imagine success too vividly, your brain thinks you've already achieved it. It releases the reward chemicals early, and then it has no reason to push you toward the actual work. Positive fantasies about the future sap our energy and reduce our effort. So what works instead? Mental contrasting. Here's how. First, visualize your desired outcome. Feel it. See it in full color. Then immediately switch to visualizing the obstacle standing in your way. The gap between where you are and where you want to be creates what Oettingen calls energization. Your brain becomes obsessed with closing the gap between reality and desire. It activates your problem-solving circuits. It floods you with the neurochemistry of action instead of fantasy. Vision plus obstacle equals fuel. This is why people who acknowledge their struggles outperform pure optimists by a massive margin. But this works even better when combined with the next strategy. Habit anchoring. Your brain already has hundreds of automated routines running in the background. Brushing your teeth, making coffee, checking your phone after waking up. These happen on complete autopilot. Zero willpower required. Autopilot habits already exist. Now what if you could attach new disciplines to these existing automations? This is called habit stacking, and it's one of the most powerful behavioral design tools ever created. The formula is dead simple. After I do current habit, I will do new habit. After I pour my morning coffee, I will write for 5 minutes. After I sit at my desk, I will list my 3 priorities. After I brush my teeth at night, I will read for 10 minutes. You are not building new habits, you are adding rooms to an existing house. Habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. The reason this works is pure neuroscience. Your brain has already created a neural pathway for the existing habit. When you attach a new behavior to it, the new behavior rides the same pathway. It borrows the automation. It steals the momentum. Within weeks, the new habit becomes just as automatic as the old one. Stack your habits and watch discipline become invisible. But there's a trap that most people fall into when they start seeing results, and it kills their progress dead. Progress paradox. Here's where most people self-destruct. They start being disciplined. They see real results for the first time. They feel incredible. And then they reward themselves by taking a break. The moment you feel you've earned a break is the most dangerous moment of all. Psychologists call this moral licensing. When you do something good, your brain gives you permission to do something bad. You work out all week, so you eat an entire pizza on Friday. You save money for a month, so you splurge on the weekend. You wake up early for 2 weeks, so you sleep until noon on Saturday. Progress kills discipline. Each time you reward discipline with indiscipline, you're training your brain that discipline is the cost and indulgence is the reward. You're reinforcing the exact pattern you're trying to break. Never celebrate discipline by abandoning it. Instead, reward progress with more progress. Finished a workout, celebrate with a smoothie, not a burger. Saved money this month. Invest the extra, don't blow it. Excellence is not an act, but a habit. Progress rewarded with regression creates a vicious cycle that you'll never escape. But the final hack makes all of this permanent. Neural rewiring. Everything you've learned today leads to this final revelation. The most important scientific fact about discipline that nobody talks about. Your brain physically changes shape based on what you repeatedly do. Neuroplasticity. Every time you practice a behavior, the neural pathway for that behavior gets coated with a substance called myelin. Myelin makes the signal travel faster, smoother, more efficiently. After enough repetitions, the pathway becomes a superhighway. Discipline doesn't stay hard forever. Your brain literally makes it easier. This is why the first week of any new habit is brutal, and the 10th week feels effortless. Your brain isn't fighting you anymore. It's helping you. It's cheering you on. Neurons that fire together wire together. Rewire your brain forever. Research from the European Journal of Social Psychology found that the average habit takes 66 days to become fully automatic. Not 21 like the popular myth says. 66 days of consistent action. That's 2 months. 2 months to completely rewire your brain for permanent, effortless discipline. Your brain plus repetition equals an unbreakable diamond mind. 2 months, that's the price of total freedom. You came into this video thinking discipline was about suffering, about gritting your teeth and pushing through pain every single day for the rest of your life. But now you know the truth. Discipline is not punishment, it is freedom in disguise. You don't need more willpower. You need better systems, better environments, and a better understanding of the incredible brain you already have. Shrink the start, stack the rewards, design your world, rewrite your identity, and let your neural pathways do the rest. Your mind is either programmed for discipline or programmed for distraction. The 10 hacks you just learned are your reprogramming code. Use them, stack them, let them rewire everything. If you made it this far, comment brain hack to prove you're ready to trick your mind into greatness. Brain hacked forever. Your mind is either programmed for wealth or poverty. Now you know how to reprogram it. If this video exposed something in your thinking, subscribe. There's so much more to uncover about how your brain really works.